Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie and I'm going to be talking about my first and second trimester and I was going to say update, but I guess I can't really say update if I have never posted before. So this is just going to be me kind of talking about my experience with first and second trimester, the symptoms that I've had, what I found super annoying, cravings, feeling a kick for the first time, all that kind of stuff. Also, I'm sorry, my dog is in the background there and he will be moving around. I'm almost 29 weeks. I guess I'm 28 and a half weeks right now. And it goes by really crazy fast. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to move my dog. He's now just behind me there, sleeping, because he has to be around me 24/7, which I love, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Anyways, I'll get right into it. I found out I was pregnant a little bit later on than I think most women normally do when they sort of take the test, all that stuff. My first test actually came back negative, and it's such a long story. Anyways, I thought there was, my first test I took, I thought it came back negative, and I was actually pregnant, even so I got a false negative on that case. So I ended up seeing doctors because I was getting super sick and experiencing pregnancy symptoms, but I didn't know that it was pregnancy, and I told my doctor I took a test and it was negative. Anyways, it was a fun journey. If anyone wants me to talk about that, I can go into a little bit more detail about my how I found out, I was pregnant, because yeah, that's a little bit of a story. But I experienced a lot of nausea and food aversion, and I mean like all food. Like, I have never felt this sick before in my life, and I was miserable. I felt like I couldn't get up out of bed. I was so exhausted. I had no motivation, no energy to do anything, and it was probably like, it was such a hard time. Especially at that point, I wasn't sure. I didn't know yet that those were pregnancy symptoms. So it was just kind of like a really sad time for me too, because I just was sick for seemingly no reason. And it wasn't until I would say I was about 18 weeks did I finally start to gain an appetite again. And when that happened, that was honestly probably the best day of my life, when I finally didn't get like sick at the thought of food. So I struggled a lot with trying to eat healthy in my first trimester, trying to find foods that I could keep down, because everything I would make, I would feel extremely nauseous, if not become immediately sick afterwards. My morning sickness was that morning sickness. I normally got sick between 9 to 11 a.m. Most days, not every day, like it wasn't every day, but definitely most days I was throwing up. And that didn't start happening, I would say, until probably about 6 weeks into my pregnancy. I started feeling, 6 to 8 weeks into my pregnancy, I started experiencing food aversion, nausea, morning sickness, that whole thing. So it was kind of just like finding foods that worked for me. Honestly, I ate so many cucumbers because there was no other vegetable, like any vegetable that didn't have flavor. So like I had celery, cucumbers. Fruit was generally okay for me for the most part. I never like got sick of fruit. I had a lot of clementines, and it kind of made me feel a little bit sick, but like not as bad as like some other foods. So anyways, I got through that. If any other woman is experiencing that, I recommend just going to your doctor and getting medication. I ended up getting medication prescribed to me a little bit later on though, for my nausea. And at that point, by the time I had actually gotten the prescription, the nausea really died down fast, and so did the morning sickness. So it was kind of like, well, there's no point in taking that medication anymore. Also in the first trimester, I experienced, just overall tiredness. I was exhausted constantly. I would need to take like a 4-hour nap in the middle of the day. Every day. I used to like go from class to work and I'd be like, okay, and then I could stay up at night, I'd go hang out with my friends, whatever. No, those days were behind me. I literally would wake up, go to class, do a little bit of homework, pass out for 4 hours, wake up, go to work, come back, and then that was pretty much, and go right back to bed again. Like I could sleep again like no one's business. It was crazy. And I always like, and so I'd always been kind of like a napper, but like not that much. Definitely not that much. So that was always a lot of fun too. That was a lot of fun. Anyways, that was kind of my first trimester experience. It kind of went by in a huge blur for me. I'm due late May 2019, obviously. The second trimester was a lot more fun, and as far as symptoms go, I had none. I did experience no nausea, but I would throw up sometimes in the morning if I ate really fast, which was weird. I only did that 2 or 3 times where I'd actually get sick in the mornings. Other than that, I had no nausea, I had an appetite again, I was eating well, I was eating like I would say actually constantly. I think I eat a lot more now than I did in the second trimester. But compared to how much I was eating in the first trimester, this was like, oh my god, I'm eating so much food. Definitely like a lot smaller portions, but I would say regular, like more frequent meals. Like I would get full off a lot less food, but I would be hungry again in 20 minutes. I kind of was starting to get energy back again. I was starting to notice, and people were starting to notice that I was pregnant, because I would say up until maybe 24 weeks, people could not tell I was really that pregnant. And I think now you can kind of tell, although I'm not really sitting at like an optimal angle for you to kind of see the belly. I'll show the belly off later, I guess. But yeah, other than that, no symptoms. I had my 20-week ultrasound, which is where I found out where me and my fiance and my mom this time found out the sex of the baby, because we're impatient and we can't wait. So we found out them having a little boy, and I'm really excited. Other than that, I think the second trimester was mostly it was really great. Like I had more energy than I did before. I didn't feel sick, and it was just kind of growing. I noticed probably towards the end that I was having a lot of trouble sleeping, and I was having a super hard time trying to go to bed at night without like pillows like all around me. If I didn't, like, now I kind of sleep with like a body pillow, and then sometimes I'll have a pillow underneath my legs if I really can't sleep. But it's just constant tossing and turning, and before pregnancy I was a pretty solid sleeper. Like I wouldn't wake up for much of anything. You can kind of scream in my ear and I wouldn't wake up. But yeah, now, so that's a little bit harder to deal with. Also, another weird symptom I kind of wanted to bring up from my second trimester that I'm experiencing every day, multiple times a day, is my right eye twitching constantly. And in such an annoying way. Like every time I'm having a conversation and I want to look someone in the eye, and like all of a sudden like my eye twitches. Like I'm filming this video and my eye has twitched like once, and I'm like, oh my god, like it drives me insane. I hate it more than anything else in this world. And I think that's just like, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I know it's like a symptom of pregnancy because I've heard other women talk about it, but like it's just such a weird one. It's such a weird one. It's so many weird symptoms you wouldn't think would affect you in pregnancy, and they do. Before, I could kind of get away with wearing all my other pants. Like I wore like my regular leggings because they were stretchy in the belly anyways, up until like probably 24 weeks. And now all that kind of went downhill. All I wear is pregnancy pants now. Anything else and it like hurts, it's uncomfortable, cramping, that whole thing. So now I'm kind of like officially in mom mode, where I have like 3 shirts that can cover my belly and like a couple pairs of pants. So, but there's only 2 more months left, so I think I can handle it. Just for my plans for this channel, so you guys are aware, I want to do a lot of just like baby updates and stuff that we're doing to get ready for the baby and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, my dog's moving. Ollie, stop it. Just sit. He likes to be like submerged under the blankets, and if he's not, like he's very much a little prince. And he's just scratching behind me. Can you stop it? Ollie? He's really pouty. Anyways, he's kind of getting mad at me. I'm gonna try and finish this up. But yeah, so I'm gonna do more things, more baby updates. I might start doing like every 2 weeks an update, kind of like along with like my doctor's visits. Maybe I'll start doing that if people want me to. And if anything like that, I hope to kind of go into some more specific things I've encountered along my pregnancy, because It's definitely been, you know, a crazy journey, and I kind of, you know, you can kind of feel like you're alone sometimes, and I want to hopefully make these videos to reach out to other women, so if they've ever experienced similar things to me, they know that they're not alone. This is just sort of a brief overview of my experience with it so far. Also, I forgot really quickly, I want to show you guys my bump, because I did kind of mention earlier on, but I'm 29 weeks pregnant. Woo, almost done. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So yeah, I will show you guys my belly. I'm gonna get up a little bit and get a good shot there. Yeah, this is my fun new maternity mom shirt. But yeah, that's my belly. It looks really big, but I kind of got used to it. I don't know if it's that big in comparison to some other women, but yeah, that's my fun, cute little belly. Anyways, you might see some more videos of me wearing this exact same outfit with this exact same setup, so don't be alarmed by that. I'm just gonna kind of roll out a couple more videos and have some stuff on my channel for you guys. Okay, thanks. Bye.